Hey guys, so today I am going to be reviewing a foundation by Makeup Forever. It is the Matte Velvet Plus. Okay, so I have a lot of things that I need to talk about with this foundation. Basically, I have to say this is the only foundation I have ever found in probably about 5 years that gives me the coverage that I like, as well as it's the perfect color for me, and it does not leave me feeling very oily. Now that being said, let me explain a little bit about my skin so you can understand for yourself if this will work for you or not. Basically, I have oily skin. I have big pores around my nose and around this area right here. And if you have oily skin, you know that foundation tends to kind of melt off as time goes on depending on how oily you are. Now that being said, basically I haven't found a foundation in a really long time that has been able to withstand these problems that I have. Also, being of darker Indian skin tone, I also have pigmentation around my chin area, and that, when I put on a foundation, it makes it look gray. Because this area is darker than the rest of my face, and as soon as I put on any foundation over here, it just makes me look really gray, and I don't like that. Also, if you're wondering, I'm not wearing Matte Velvet Plus right now. I actually went out and tried on a different foundation, so I'm actually wearing the new Moisture Tint by MAC. I was just trying that on at the MAC counter today. Okay, so now this is how when you can put it on with your fingers, it does blend well, but I have found that it looks a little bit cakey and that I end up using a lot more product with my fingers than I do with a brush. This foundation gives you full coverage if you want it. You can mix moisturizer with it to make it lighter coverage. But I have found that it just blends into my skin and I don't need concealer at all. So that to me is full coverage. Also, the other great thing about this foundation that I absolutely love is that I can completely skip the step of putting on under eye concealer because that's how well this covers. So that obviously means that it's full coverage. Now with oily skin, the first day that I used this, I noticed that my skin didn't get oily at all. The second day I used it, I noticed that my face was reacting to this foundation just like it did with any other because oil did go through. But with continued use, for some reason I feel like my skin is getting really accustomed to this and there isn't really much oil seeping through, which I really like. Now, the one problem I have found with this is that generally I use Makeup Forever's HD powder to set in any liquid foundation, but I found with this one that the Makeup Forever coverage powder made me look kind of white in pictures. Not white meaning that my foundation didn't match me, but something with the light of cameras, you could tell what areas maybe had more of the powder and what areas didn't, and you could see that very, very clearly in pictures. And of course, if you're taking pictures, you don't want it to look like you're wearing makeup, so you don't want to see anything like that. So what I've been actually doing is I've been using MAC's blot powder and applying that with a big paddle brush on my face, and that sets my foundation and I don't get that awful white blotchy look on camera. Also, I don't know if you know, but a lot of MAC foundations have titanium dioxide in it, which basically makes your face look a lot whiter in pictures than any other foundation would. And this does not. This product does not have titanium dioxide, which is really nice as well. Now, if you're really, really oily, I would definitely recommend this foundation. Although my friend has dry skin, she's been using this and she really likes it. I feel like it's a little bit too dry, or it looks a little bit too dry on her. I definitely recommend this product to people with oilier skin, combination oily and very oily. Maybe normal skin people can do, but I would stay away from dry skin. If you are oily and you're like seriously grease pan oily, what I would suggest is after you moisturize your face, take any mattifying gel that you have. MAC makes a great one. There's one by Mary Kay that I love a lot too. I would put that into whatever area gets really oily, let that soak into your skin, and then I use MAC's Skin Refine Zone Treatment and pat that on top of the mattifier. Now that completely takes away oil, it strips your face of oil, and then I put on foundation, and I find that this is actually what has been working better than anything else that I've ever used. Let's see. Oh yeah, the one con about this bottle is that it's really small. I would say that when it starts getting to the end, I can't imagine little drops coming off. It just feels like a lot would be, I feel like I would end up wasting a little bit more in this bottle than any other type of bottle that has made foundation before. Also, I'm not crazy about the applicator. You have to kind of like put it down and press to get something out of it, so I don't like that. And also, this the bottle doesn't have the number of the foundation on it. So if you lose the box that you buy it in and you forget what number it is, you're not going to be able to figure it out unless you get matched again. So that's something that I don't really like, because every other foundation that I've ever used has had the number or name or whatever on the back of it, so I don't really like that. But other than that, I've been using this for about 3 weeks now. I wanted to wait to give you guys a full review, and I love it. I would never go back to any other foundation. I think I finally found my holy grail foundation. I'm really happy. I hope this review helped you. Let me know if you have any other questions. Bye, guys.